Hello YouTube, and welcome back to FTB Horizons with Candelabra. It's been a little while since our last episode. It's mostly because during the third week in January, I was participating in the Quad M charity play in benefit of a Canadian children's hospital. This was one of the ones where Direwolf 20 was sort of lending his name and as a celebrity guest, and I enjoyed myself wonderfully. It's a great experience just to be able to play on a new server with heavily modded, and I was impressed by the server quality. Really, I mean, after the first couple of hours, we got everything hashed out. I get just as good quality FPS there as I do when I play this, and considering that there's over 150 mods in the custom mod pack we use, and the Horizons only has 100 mods. I'm pretty impressed with it, and I had a lot of fun. I would definitely do something similar in the future, and actually makes me think more and more that I may want to do a modded server as time goes on, but we'll see about that. Okay, so today there's a number of things I want to get done. One thing I decided is I really want to snake some liquiduct over from the aqueous accumulator down there over to here and have sort of a second portable tank over here. I like that instead of having just an ordinary infinite spring. I think it looks a little more neat, and I have the space, so I might as well use it down there. But the main thing I want to do today is I want to build an altar, because right now I have my distillery here and my kettle here, but neither of these can function without an altar with, I believe, a minimum power around 3000. So that's what we're working on today. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the altar block from Witchery, and it's relatively simple. We just need some stone brick, which we're actually smelting up some stone right now. We need 2 pieces of rowan wood. We have quite a few, because I've done, I think, 4 different cullings of our orchard with the Witchery trees. Water balls, and we need Breath of Goddess and Exhale of the Horned One. These are going to be a little tricky to come by, because the Breath of the Goddess, we need birch, and the Exhale of the Horned One, we need oak. Now let's see what we have in our ME system after I sleep through the night. And I believe I have more oak than I have birch. Well, let's see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I have a stupendous amount of oak. I can get a lot of that. Birch, on the other hand, is okay. It's cool. I can do one. I can do basically 1 stack of each, and that should be plenty, actually. Cool. So we're gonna have the stuff we need to make this thing. Let's go back to our oven. Pop in. I don't need the whole thing. Just a half stack of them. I'm sure it'll be fine. Because I mean, I've got the 2 upgrades now, the first level upgrades. So I'm sure I'll probably get at least 15 out of that half stack. So I'm gonna cook that up in the oven, then I'm gonna cook a half stack of this birch, and I'll be back when I have that stuff all ready. Okay, so I just realized while I was cooking up that I haven't given you an update on what I've done with my base here. As you can see, I've done a little bit of building. So basically what I did was I built 2 floors of our central tower here. I gave it a little bit of accent with some stone brick stairs along the sides, and essentially what I just did is this. Put glass and a whole lot of book stands. Now, I seriously doubt if I'm actually going to use all these. I think this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 4 is 28 book stands. So I don't think I'm going to actually make 28 worlds, but I actually made sort of the preparation for 2 floors of this. So we'll see what happens. I probably will not use this whole setup. But it's kind of nice. I like the symmetry of it. Plus, it wouldn't be much of a tower if it didn't go higher than the main module here. So let's see here. Oh, I don't think I showed you this actually. I hope if I'm repeating myself, I apologize. It's been a couple of days. I actually installed a chunk loader here. It's my first one, and I've got it fairly far out. It pretty much goes to sort of the bridge out that way and all around. I found it was just when I was going back and forth between exploring and my other base. Sorry, I got a little lag there. I was going back and forth between exploring and my other base. I just found it was too taxing on my computer to not have this part always loaded. Because I mean, I've got machines running here. I've got all this stuff going. So there's really no reason not to do that. Okay, do I have any? No, I don't have them on me. Let's see. Oh, the second thing I want to show you. This is sort of my thinking. Okay, now I definitely did not want to do another 2 floors on the other 3 modules, mostly because I don't have the materials. This stuff is really freaking expensive. I don't have that much redstone. I went through almost all of it going through this, and it took me quite a while just to get enough for the foundation of the other 3 modules. My initial thought, and I really, really wanted to do this, was this: to do sort of a stone brick with a runner of redstone brick with regular bricks and glass here, sort of like the mirror of this side over here. And I wanted this. I really wanted to do this, but just looking at it, looking back and seeing how it matches, how it sort of looks on the outside, I couldn't do it. This feels like an extension of the central tower, and that's not what I want. I want the central tower to sort of stand out, and I wanted the modules to be kind of the focus. So even though it's going to be more expensive, it's taking me a lot longer to do, I am going to use the redstone brick with the clay brick and glass accents as a standard. But only 1 floor, so it won't take me quite as long. That's not right. Hang on a sec. Where is my axe? I don't have an axe. I just saw that thing's out of place right there. Oh, and I did just like with the other roof, the main modular roof. I'm gonna use birch planks. That's how I got most of this birch to begin with, for the saplings, that is. Okay, so let's check on which is in progress. Perfect. Okay, so I stopped this before it finished completely. I had a couple left, but I got 25 and 17. That's more than I'm going to need for most of the rest of the game in terms of these. So next thing I need are a couple of bottles. I thought I left some bottles around here somewhere. Yeah, I thought I did. Oh, that was why. Yeah, because I'm in preparation for that. Cool. So I think I only need 1. No, of course I need 3. That's the whole point. Oh, sorry, I should have mentioned that before. The altar recipe. No. There you go. The altar recipe makes 3 blocks a piece. However, you need 6 blocks in order to make a real altar. So I'm also going to need some rowan wood. Just drop off some more of this stuff. Another thing I did off camera was I filled in a lot of the ladders systems around here, so now it's pretty much complete as far as I can figure. Okay, so yeah, I've got plenty of room. I only need 4. I got a fair amount of saplings. So 4 of those. I have stone brick. That should do it. Okay, what am I missing? Huh, why is that not working? Oh, of course, the NEI. Yeah, I keep forgetting. NEI does not like it whenever you combine non-stacking items with stacking items. So it's one of those things. Okay, so that and that. Cool, we got it. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. So if you put things into your crafting table from your inventory and then cancel clear the crafting grid, they go back into your C terminal. That makes it very efficient. So you don't have to go the extra step of putting it back in after you're done making things. Cool. I'm always finding new stuff with Minecraft. It's like, oh, that's a cool idea. And again, every once in a while, it's like, oh, why the hell did they do that? You know, as a rule, I don't really want to go on a rant, but I may feel the need to relatively soon about a certain issue that may or may not come up. Okay, so first and foremost, the altar. Now, this is just like any multi-block that when you put all pieces in, it will turn into its full piece. Now, this is going to stay in place because that is where I need to put my heart glyph. So let me see here. I have a zombie head, but not a skeleton head. Oh well, I'll find one eventually. Okay, so I promise that one day I will have roofs in place and walls in place, so I won't have to worry about sleeping through the night. But for now, while my base is still exposed, it's probably the smartest idea. Okay, so what we need next is golden chalk. So we need ritual chalk, a little bit of dandelion yellow, and some gold nuggets. Not too hard to come by. Ritual chalk is made with gypsum, tear of the goddess, and wood ash. I don't think we have tear of the goddess. No, we don't. Okay, so we gotta make that. Tear of the goddess is in the distillery, breath, and lapis. Okay. I think I have some lapis left. Oh yeah, I got tons. Why didn't I? Okay, that's another question. Why the heck didn't I put more lapis onto my thing? I probably just forgot. Okay, I'm just going to grab a little bit of this actually while I'm thinking of it. Not all of it, just in case. Okay, so now we have a slight issue. Because we have an altar. However, I think... Yeah, right now this altar has power 240. The maximum power for an altar is 4,000. This is a very weak altar, and I don't even think it can add enough to power these machines. So let's see. Grab a stack of... I'll grab a full stack of jars. Drop them in here. And let's see if this works. Let's take half of it. Excellent, it does. Very cool. Again, I'm very happy with this. So the distillery does function because it's close to the altar. However, certain operations, I'm guessing, don't function because it doesn't have enough power. I'm guessing a kettle probably won't work because that requires certain amounts of energy. You know what I haven't done yet? I really should do is make some books. So these collecting fumes, distilling, brews and infusions, circle magic. Yeah, these 4 books represent most of the knowledge of how to do witchery, and some of them is actually invaluable, especially the circle magic and herbology too. That one's also very useful because each of these things teaches you things which you cannot necessarily find in the NEI. Some things you can, but most things you can't. Let me just check here. Cool, I got 1 tier of the goddess already. So let's see. And gypsum you make by putting foul fume into the distillery. I don't have any foul fume? Oh wow. Okay, yeah, I thought so. The foul fume is the simplest of all the fumes to produce. It's just caused by smelting almost anything in there, most notably wood. I think it also works if you cook food in there. So you know what, just a half stack. Well, you know what? I'll do a whole one because I can use the charcoal, and I get foul fume. So I don't need actually this much of it. We get 1 more, and then that should be it. Unless, oh, actually, yeah, I do need that. So I think what I'll do, and I'll let that whole thing run. So in the meantime, I'm going to go over to here to my tool forge, and I'm going to upgrade my my pickaxe again. You know, I recently learned something interesting about the tool forge. You can actually put things on both of these containers, these levels, or both these slots at the same time, and it will both function. So it's taking one of each of those at the same time. Makes sense considering some of the recipes for modifiers that require multiple ingredients. Okay, and that should do it. 450. So this is now a Fortune 3 pick. Very cool. I still have it with the auto repair, which really isn't ideal. If I could do it again, I would have put flux on it because it really is more efficient to repair it that way, considering how often I'm mining things out. But well. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Oh, cool. Maybe we have 4 at the moment. 5. Okay, I think that's close enough. So I'm just gonna see. I need the foul fume, And what was the other thing I needed? Oh, quicklime. That's just processed ash. So just take like half of it and drop this in. Let that process out, and we should get quite a bit of chalk. Now, I do want to say something. Well, okay, you know what? Let's do this. Let's just bite the bullet and actually do this. Now, there are 5 books here, like I said. First one we're going to need is this one, Circle Magics. This one requires Whiff of Magic, Feather Book, Inksac, and Belladonna. I think we have all of those. Okay, we're missing the book. Wait, we are? Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna make a couple. Give me a sec. This is one of the many reasons why I absolutely love the ME storage. Clear that. I think maybe the paper. That clear. And put that in there. Okay, now let's try this again. There we go. Witchcraft Circle Magic. Excellent. Now, the reason I put a separate chest right here is for items just like this. Things that I kind of want to keep on hand. I don't really want to keep in my ME storage because they're really very specialized things. Okay, so this book. This one in particular is 54 pages and covers all the different the rituals you use involving the altar. It says on most of them a power level. Now, like I said before, power level of mine right now is about 300, which is very, very, very low. So one thing I want to tell you, learn from my experience here. Now it says different chalk and sizes: 7 by 7, 11 by 11, 15 by 15. This refers to the radius. Sorry, not the radius. The diameter of each of these chalk circles. Now, the type of chalk you need depends on the ritual. For example, if you wanted to do Waystone, you need one circle, but you need to do this purple chalk, so you need otherwhere chalk. But for example, if you wanted to do, let's see here. Actually, yeah, this is this one here. Right of charging, you need a 7 by 7 and 11 by 11, both of which are white. That is the normal ritual chalk, which we're actually going to make in just a minute here. Yeah, if you're very careful about which kind you use, because you can end up wasting your chalk, which is not. It's not like an incredibly scarce resource, but it's rare enough that you're not going to necessarily want to waste it on writing the wrong thing. Okay, so wait a minute. Do I have? No, I think I do. Yeah, Whiff of Magic. Oh, it's Goddess. Okay, sorry. Tear the Goddess. And the 2 gypsum. It makes 2 chalk. Excellent. And there we go. Golden chalk. And as far as I know, you only need 1 golden chalk. Because it's relatively rare you need more than 1 golden chalk. The golden chalk is used to create the heart glyph. Right click. And there it is. This is the center of your ritual area. I'm just not sure. Oh, interesting. Okay, so the power is actually being depleted. So it's using the power in the altar in order to run the distillery, which is actually probably why it's going so slowly. Okay, so we do need to upgrade this thing when we get a chance. But for now, let me drop a torch on there. That will increase the power a little bit, not very much though. Another thing that will help is once I hit this whole area with bone meal and plant some trees. That will definitely help with the with our power situation. Okay, so actually, might as well do that now because I know for a fact the first ritual we're going to want to do is the ritual of charging, Which, oh, that's one thing kind of cool about this book, and all these books, in fact, is that they will remember the last page you were at. So when you close it, it goes back to the same page, unlike regular books. Very, very handy, especially with just like with any kind of cooking recipe. Okay, so this is the first ritual we're going to do. Rite of Charging charges the attuned stone. What this does is it takes an attuned stone, which is made like we know before, magic, diamond, and lava, and turns it into an attuned stone charge. Attuned stone charge is used. You need 2 of these in order to make fume filters. Very, very handy. Attuned stones are also charged. Attuned stones are also used in portable rituals. We're not going to get to that at the moment. I do, however, need 2 of these. So, do I have any attuned stones? That's a good question. That's 1 and 2. Excellent. We're going to get that taken care of. Like I said, the next thing, interesting note, that 1 click took away a little teeny bit of golden chalk. So I can actually put this back in here because you don't really need that much of it in the long run. You only need when you're making new circles, and most of the rituals you're going to be doing are going to be in your primary circle. That's because it's kind of difficult to make a powerful altar, and it's better to increase the power of 1 altar and have a lot of little ones. So, like I said, first ritual we're going to do is Ritual of Charging. Requires a 7x7 and 11x11, so that relative to here. So 7x7 means this is the center. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3 here. 1, 2. All right. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Now the thing you have to follow is go back. First time, let's go back and forth and look at exactly which pattern to use. This is very precise in terms of which direction you want to use it. I find it's easier to mark out the corners. So there's 2 spaces in between. One here, here, and here. Oh, but incidentally, the symbols they're putting down are totally random, and I think I like it better that way. Makes it seem mystical without having an explicit knowledge. Now, when you put it down, no fanfare, nothing, just put it down like that way. And then go to the second one, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the side. So skip 1, because this is a 7. Then go to 11. The outer parts go on a diagonal. So 1, 2. Uh-oh. Something's not right here. Oh, it's a 2. Nope, that's right. Yep, see, that's why you always gotta check, just because you can't really eyeball this. You have to make sure you use the exact, because you're essentially creating a multi-block. So it's very useful to. Okay, so this is still the same power level. And unfortunately, that's way lower than we're going to need. But this is, once I fill this in here. What is wrong with this picture? Oh, derp. Incidentally, I find the best way to erase chalk when you've made a mistake like I have. Drop it on the block on top of it. There we go. So this is our completed ritual circles for this particular ritual. Now all we need is the correct level of power. And I think what we have to do. Normally, what I want to do is I want to get a fully charged altar, but it's not the easiest thing to come by. One thing I think I can do right now is make a chalice. Yeah. Okay. I actually need another attuned stone then. So. First thing first, I gotta make another attuned stone. Means I need 1 more thing of lava. I think I might just want my smelter to be dry at this point. But no worries. This thing is full. I think it's full anyway. I'm just taking it from the reservoir, as it were. I just need 1 more. Okay, so where was I? Sorry. Okay, there are 3 items you can use to upgrade an altar. That is the chalice, that is the torch, or lack of a better term, and that is the skull. The skull is a drop. You get skeleton skulls. Ideally, you find them. They're actually somewhat common. I found quite a few in my last world. However, the second level upgrade past the skeleton skull is a wither skeleton skull. Much harder to find. I'm going to have to find an S-Fortress to do it, which I have not found so far. I think... Then there's the chalice. This is, again, not too hard to come by. What is a little harder to come by is the filled chalice, which is the next little upgrade. This requires redstone soup. And redstone soup you make in the kettle using a couple of hard-to-find ingredients, including we have a couple of wool of bat, drop of luck, and tongue of dog. So for this, I have to go and kill wolves. Yeah, I'm sorry, gotta be done. Where else do you think you find wool of bat and tongue of dog? What, you thought they were plants or something? Okay, so we place the altar, the chalice on the altar, and as far as I can tell, there's no wrong way to put them exactly, but I think most people put them on the back rank over here. And it means that the order isn't like fixed in any way. Let's check the power level now. Okay, so it's up to 480. Cool. You know what? Let me check one thing in our circle magic book here, because there's a ritual I've been meaning to check out. You see, oh, there it is. You see, there's a lot of stuff here. Oh, requires 3,000 altar power. That stinks. Okay, so it is used for something else. I was hoping to use this. This is basically a way to heal. Basically, it gives a shot of bone meal to the land and heals sick villagers, meaning you can turn zombie villagers into normal ones. So it's fairly useful. Unfortunately, I can't do it right now. But I do believe I have some bone meal, don't I? Yeah, I got a little bit of bone meal. I'm gonna have to take away the rest of this. Okay, one more thing I am gonna do. Let me just put some of this stuff away for now. I don't have a lot of space left. Is now I've heard a rumor, and I don't know if this is actually true, but I believe that if you plant the witchery saplings fairly nearby the nearby the circle, it's more effective than vanilla trees. And alder. Definitely need to get more alder. Alder, I don't have very much of it. Okay, so now, they shouldn't be too close because, like I said, we're going to have another ring basically right here. So I would say I usually have them like off to the sides. And these are somewhat large trees. So that should cover it. 1, 2... I'm just making them a little even for symmetry's sake. And you plant them in pretty much any orientation that you want. In my previous map, I had them in the corners, but I think it might be better for the altar if you have. Oh, that's a little too close to the wall. Actually, it might be better for the altar if you have them on a direct line. That's just my theory. Okay, so I'm also going to put one here. And there. And it's nighttime again, so I gotta run. And there, that should do it. And I really should sleep. Give me 1 second longer. Now, a little known fact, the oak, well, most trees, in fact, but the oak is especially venerated among magical practitioners, so I'm going to put a couple of oak trees. and hope that they might blossom. Yep, this is what happens when you don't sleep as soon as you should. You get creeper infestations. Oh! Oh. Okay, I'll fix that later. Oh, that was a... Yeah, it was nice and big. This actually might be too close. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of gardening here and be right back. Okay, so I used up all my bone meal. I got most of the trees to grow, so let's see what the verdict is. Nice, 2490, so pretty good. I think we're gonna need to upgrade that torch in order to get it over the mystical 3000 mark. 4000 is great, but a lot of the rituals that we're gonna use require 3000 energy. So let's try the recipe for the upgraded torch, which is the Candelabra. You need another attuned stone, of course, and iron and torches. Cool. So all we need is more lava, which I hope I have more of at this point. Like the freaking lava vampire around here. Yes, exactly one left. That is now totally empty. So I'm gonna have to go to the Nether, or probably more likely my mine, and pick up some more. One important note: whenever you apply bone meal to an area like that, always make sure to go back and pick up all the saplings. Otherwise, you get trees you don't want growing in there. So another one of these. And we need, where are they? I think I have them in there, do I? Yeah, I do. Cool. I wasn't sure I had torches in there or not. So we got a candelabra. Excellent. Now this should push us over the edge. Oh, sorry. Shift click. Okay, it's picking up speed. No, it's not high enough yet. Okay, I really could use a skull right now. Where's the skeleton skull when you need one? Alright, so that doesn't work. I may have to try something else, but I'm pretty sure I'm over or nearing the half-hour mark at this point. So thank you again for watching FTB Horizons with Candelabra, and have a magical day.